Mike Jones Beats. Mike Jones Beats.
pages that will help you fully monetize your brand and events. Let's build you a channel that'll have you looking like a pro while streaming to Apple TV, Roku, Amazon, Fire TV, Samsung TV, and more. Visit us at www.netstarslive.online for more info. Netstars Live, making your streams come true. If they can't show you where they get their CMOS from, don't consume it.
Somebody already got kicked. Dope. Somebody already got kicked. Dope.
Say the wrong thing and get the bags. With the force of everything that I have. Say the wrong thing and get the bags. Oh, now you niggas salty and you mad. Niggas say the wrong thing and get thrown out the conversation. Throw up 2 fingers and tell them please don't keep the drama away. Bye. Donate to the cause and hit the cash app. And if you ain't got it, them likes are free. Go and smash that. BBN, hit that with a hashtag. Sick with the content, come around and need a hazmat. Jack Frost, yeah, you dudes need to back off. You got the work around here, yeah, we all tip our hats off. Keep the same name, that's what you point for. But if you coming back in, put a 2.0. Big bags, and you asking what they heavy for. Foot and ass be going hella crazy with the petty wars. Good conversation, that's what we be really ready for. Good conversation like being on the bottom of a heavy whore. Nah, why niggas be like that? Unsubscribe and tell them, yo, hey, I'll be right back. Say the wrong thing and get the bags. With the force of everything that I have. Say the wrong thing and get the bags. Oh, now you niggas salty and you mad. Niggas say the wrong thing and get the bags. With the force of everything that I have. Say the wrong thing and get the bags. Oh, now you niggas salty and you mad. Niggas say the wrong thing.
Yeah, bags. We just kicked that guy straight out the door. We don't got time for that. We hold notes over here. What the fuck is that dude? Hold on. Can we get bags in the chat? Y'all don't see it, but somebody got hit with bags. Can we get all the bags?
BBN Jack Frost, how's everybody doing today? I hope everybody had a beautiful day. Also, if you hear that thing in the background, there is no one in the bathroom shitting. That's the way the Keurig sounds when it starts spitting out the coffee. Okay. Look, man, there's a couple of things we want to discuss today. I decided, because y'all guys want to do the Saloon tonight, I'm like, all right, so we're going to do the Saloon. Saloon is popping tonight. Saloon is on. We're doing the Saloon tonight. But besides the fact y'all guys wanted to do the Saloon, even just as importantly, I wanted to have a conversation about something that is serious, but we can laugh and we can joke about. It don't pertain to our asses. So that's why we're going to be talking about the situation that happened at the Capitol. They are charging 400 people. Now, first of all, just so we can be clear, thousands of people probably was in there. Probably was at least 1,000. So the fact that they're only charging 400, or that they're even charging 400, however you want to see it, that could be its own conspiracy all by itself. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. But with that being said, let's just get right to the people who did the drops earlier. Obviously, now we don't call actual denominations on the show, that the corresponding show afterwards, but what we do is we just still give appreciation to the individuals by name. So that's what we're gonna do rights nails. Shout out to DSTN with the shout out to DSTN, shout out to DSTN again, shout out to BQ Mommy, shout out to DSTN again, salutes. Who else we got up in here? And some of y'all did drops after the show was over. Those are always the best drops, by the way. You guys is just whole champions. Shout out to Prince to Amir. Shout out to DZ. Shout out to Dog Soldier. Shout out to C Iron Addict. Shout out to P from Jersey. Shout out to Nina Morales. Shout out to world famous Peter Method. Shout out to Salty Sack. I'm going to show this drop because I couldn't show it earlier because he gave it after the fact. The show was ending at that time with the $10 drop. Definitely appreciate you. And shout out to Phil Jackson with the $5.01. He says, superb content. Let me hold something, fam. I'm going to let you hold that penny back. I'm going to send that penny right back to you. Why not? Anyway, with all that being said, I definitely appreciate you guys. I appreciate everyone. I appreciate when you like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate when you just pull up into the chat when you talk with us. I definitely appreciate everybody who shares content. I cannot explain to you how much of a blessing it is to have other individuals share your content. I can't even explain. Let me tell you something real quick. So I'm about to tell you something, and I'm not throwing shade at anybody. I'm just going to explain something. A while back, I had an individual come to me because they're doing their own little podcast, their own big podcast thing. My apologies. I'm in no way trying to minimize their efforts. So they're doing their own big podcast thing, not for nothing. And they got a pretty, they have good guests and everything. And I guess I've seen it once or twice. I didn't necessarily think that it was interesting. But they do have a lot of guests that come on there. They have, why is it not looking like I'm looking at the damn camera? Why is it? What the fuck is going on? Bang! There y'all guys go. So apparently it doesn't necessarily when they do that. It's just, to me, it's not entertaining. I don't know how anybody else feels about it. I think sometimes people think that giving out information and you don't have to have entertainment value too, whatever you're doing. But remember, on this social media thing, you also have to be entertaining. You can't go in there and be talking down to people. Nobody wants to be following somebody who's self-absorbed or pretentious. With that being said, just so we can be clear, they post on it. Why are all of these new women starting to follow me? Shout out to that shit though. So with all that being said, I just want to be clear that I have no ill will towards them or whatever the case is. But the point in which I'm trying to make is sometimes people think that they have a thing because they're doing a thing and they don't know how to do the thing, but they just want to do the thing and they don't want to have any kind of input from anywhere else. But it's very important to have people reshare your content. So that means that not only do you have to be informative, but you also have to be entertaining. And if you have to choose one or the other, you probably should choose entertaining. I'm just keeping it a stack with you. Because even these individuals that be putting out a lot of informative content, they're also still being entertaining to a degree so they can be able to build up their following. So the point in which I'm trying to make here is I appreciate y'all guys when y'all share the content. I appreciate y'all guys when y'all show up. And I appreciate y'all guys when y'all give drops. Reason being is that means that I'm doing my job appropriately. Whenever we have a show where there's no drops, I think that I'm lacking. I don't think you guys are lacking. You guys is the audience. You should be doing whatever the hell you're doing. But I should be able to be entertaining and informative enough to make you guys say, you know what? This show was good enough to pay for. With that being said, let's do roll call real quick. I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes some kind of sense. I mean, it makes sense to me. I don't know if it makes sense to anybody else. Anyway, with that being said, shout out to the business as usual, dropping all of them force. Also, we got 40-something people in here. Can we get those likes up, please? I would appreciate it. Shout out to BBN Networks is welcome. Come in, take a seat, hit that like button, become a member, join the green team, hit the link. Then there's a link right there if you want to join the green team. It only costs $1.99 a month. I mean, so it's on you at the end of the day. That's one of the reasons in which why we make the first tier so easy to be able to reach. So if a person doesn't join the green team, it's literally because they just don't want to be supportive. And that's fine too, because while you're in here and you're doing comments, you're being supportive. Maybe you just want to support in a different way. With that being said, shout out to Queen Shot. Queen Shot says good evening, Frost, BB and fam. Let's have a great show tonight. Show some love. Hit the like. Go green. Join the team. Shout out to Foot in the Ass Entertainment. He says, you. What up, Fantasia? How you doing? Says salute BBN. Shout out to Black Cuddy. Salute to the Black Space. Says good night, Jack Frost. Good night, my brother. I hope everything is going well over here with you and yours. What up, NetStars Live? Shout out to NetStars Live. Salute. What up, Mrs. Foot in the Ass Entertainment? We got Mrs. Foot in the Ass Entertainment here tonight. Now, I don't know if that's because they heard that we was going to be opening up the Saloon, or if that's just because her phone clicked on the wrong fucking wrong thing, and now she ended up in here. Give me 1 second. I want to turn on my AC. I like when it's cold in here. I'm not going to lie to you. I like when it's cold. Before, I used to make it cold because it was by necessity, because the computer would overheat like crazy. But now, you know what? I just likes the... I've been like the cold, by the way. But I just likes the cold. I'm like, we need more chilly things in the world. Anybody ever remember that cartoon Chilly Willy? I never got that. I think they just literally made that cartoon because they liked the name. I think the name was the only thing that was interesting about that whole cartoon. Anyway, who else we got up in here? What up, Foot in the Ass Entertainment? Who else we got up in here real quick? I'm going to get down to the bottom because I want to have a conversation about this because we need to have a political conversation. I know a lot of y'all don't care about politics, but we're going to be doing the Saloon most likely tonight, so I want to be able to have a conversation that we can have and we don't care about getting away from, if y'all don't mind. And that starts live as Foot in the Ass Entertainment. What's good, home team? Salute to... Wait, home team is in here? Who's home team? What up, who else we got up in here real quick? What up, Just 2.0? This is Dog BBN. Who else we got up in here? I'm gonna say Lovely E. We love Lovely E. Shout out to Lovely E. But if, for the people that don't know, if you do not join the green team, generally speaking, I do not read your comments. What up, Bree Powell? The sniper! We got the snipe up in here. What's up, James S? Oh, you see his smoking feet. Shout out to DST, and ain't nobody calling it Dustin. I don't care what your wife says. Who else we got up in here real quick? I'm trying to flow through these shits as quickly as possible. Trying to flow through this. What up, your boy Jimmy Belcher? Tell Tina I said hi. Alright, so we at the bottom, right? What up, Keenan Romney? How you doing today, my brother? Alright, so let's get to it. You want to know the wildest thing about that whole Capitol riot shit? And I'm going to tell you the what I think, not the wildest, but a aspect of it that is extremely interesting to me particularly, right? Check this out. What up, Fantasy? How you doing? Hey, Fantasy, you said wait. I'm going to wait 3 days. You want to know what's interesting to me about it? I'm going to put you on the game real quick. You know what generally happens? Listen, you want to know what generally happens when people get accused of treason? Real quick, I want everybody in here. I don't want to give the answer too quick. I want to know what you guys think about this. Or I want to know if anybody knows. Do you know what generally happens when somebody gets accused of treason? Just so we could be clear, the charges that every single which one of those people should be getting is treason. What up, Mark Hernandez? Doing something in an attempt to overthrow the government and change the government's leadership is treason. This guy said public hanging. No, nigga. I wasn't going all that way with it. This is the 2000s. You talking about in the damn 1860s. I'm going to read some of the other comments, even though you guys are in green team, because it has relevancy. Yes, death is something that generally happens, but we're not there yet. Nobody's been convicted of treason. I'm talking about when you're being accused of treason. I should have been more clear with that. That's my fault, not yours. When you're being accused of treason, do y'all know what generally happens? Watch this thing I'm about to say. And you're going to realize why there's a lot of problems going on, and also exactly why there's at least 400 people. You know what happens? I'm going to give y'all a second. Because when I say the thing, it might just open up your eye. Notice I didn't say eyes. We got a lot of smart people in here. I'm trying to give y'all a second. Stop thinking death, okay? Stop thinking about what happens when you get confirmed, when you get caught, when you're found guilty. Think about what happened when you're accused and there's an investigation. Hint, hint. Cito's a whole troll. He about to get kicked any minute now. I be remembering like shit from a dumb long time ago. If me and you are married, okay, hold on. If you're accused, if your husband and or wife is accused of If your husband and or wife, shout out to every Gilchrist, if your husband and or wife is accused of treason, what do you think is going to happen to you? Another hint. I personally, I don't think I could make this too much easier without giving it away. So the next thing I'm going to say is the actual thing. If your husband or wife is accused of, if your child is accused of treason, what do you think is going to, what happened to Eric Snowden's family when he got accused of treason? They investigate your whole damn family. Big Thirsty, are 100% correct. You can be held without. You don't have to have a trial. But when you're accused of treason, they investigate your whole damn family. Y'all know this, right? They investigate your family. They might find a reason to investigate all your friends. They might investigate your boss. They might investigate every fucking body that you know and come in contact with. You're a threat to the nation. They investigate everything that you do. They investigate everyone you've spoken to. They investigate everywhere you go, everyone you went with. They investigate your whole damn entire life. There's 400 people. Watch what I'm about to say next. Watch what I'm about to tell you next. The DSCN says they need to assess if you are a part of a cell. Yep. You know how many of those 400 people that just got indicted probably didn't even go to the fucking building. Now, hold on. I'm going to remind y'all about something real quick. Do y'all remember when they tried to kidnap the governor of, I think, Michigan? Whoever it's Michigan. That's the state Detroit is in. What was her name? Gertrude? Gertie? I don't know what her name is. Gertrude? I don't know what the hell the name. She has a damn Hungarian name, or that's either like Hungarian or German or some shit. Gertrude? I don't know her name. They call her Gertie or something like that. Do you remember when they tried to kidnap her? Not only the individuals but they caught the people before they attempted the kidnapping, just so we could be clear. There was a snitch with them. There's always a snitch around, just so we could be clear. Gretchen, there you go. What was I calling her? Gertrude? I don't even know what that name. It was close enough if you ask me. But hold on. When they was going to go kidnap her. Remember? When they was going to kidnap her? They got caught because there was a snitch, by the way. I keep trying to tell y'all. There's always a snitch with you. If you got more than 3 people with you, this is a snitch. One of y'all is a snitch. I'm just keeping it a stack. No disrespect. I'm not trying to get nobody caught up. I'm just telling you what it is. If you with more than 3 people and you go do a thing, there's a good chance that you would a snitch. One of y'all is a snitch. One of y'all is an individual that when the police put a little bit of pressure on you, you're going to talk. I don't know what to tell you. So hold on. $400 people got indicted. Do y'all remember what I told y'all the last time we spoke on this? I said, yo, the government is gonna go swoop up a ton of people and not even put them in lock them up and put them in jail, and they're not even gonna get no trials, because they don't have to give you a trial if you get caught for terrorism. Terrorists don't have to have a trial. Treason is terrorism. $400 people. I told y'all. And y'all do know the saloon is open. $400 people. Watch when I tell you why they arrested these people. Or why I believe they arrested these people. Now you're gonna understand why we're having the conversation. Are you looking at America right now? I'm assuming everybody is looking at America right now, but are you really looking at America right now? Are you really looking at America right now? First, before I tell you about that, y'all know what reverse psychology is, right? Obviously. So now they have the new rule that if you get the vaccination, you don't have to have a mask. But if you don't get the vaccination, you have to have a mask. Before we go any further, y'all remember this place? Y'all remember what the Germans did to the Holocaust? Y'all remember the Holocaust, right? I'm in no way making fun of the Holocaust. Please don't take it that way. Please don't take it that way. Listen, I'm not making fun of the Holocaust. I'm not doing that. I'm not here to have a conversation if it was real or fake. As far as I can tell, I care about human life. Okay? I'm not here to have a conversation whether it's real or fake. I'm just saying, do you remember the Holocaust? What did they do during the Holocaust? You know what they did during the Holocaust? They made Jews walk around with armbands. So we could delineate the Jews from the non-Jews. So we could see who was a Jew and who wasn't a Jew. I believe they had to have like armbands with a symbol on it or whatever the case is. I don't want to go too deep in that because I'm not even trying to. That's not the conversation we're trying to have. But you remember that, right? I'm not the only one that remembers the history around that. Is what I'm saying, because none of us was there, right? None of us was there. So this is just the history that we're discussing at this point. They had to have armbands on to see who was a Jew and who wasn't. If you was Jewish, you had to have an armband on so everybody could see who you were. And you could be picked out easily. So you're trying to tell me that America has just said, if you take the vaccination, you don't need a mask. But if you take the vaccination, you need a mask. What the fuck does that sound like to y'all? Shout out to Monica Kendra Whitehead. Okay. What the fuck does that sound like to y'all? I want to apologize to everybody that only want to have ratchet ass conversations. That's not what we're doing today. If you're just looking for a ratchet ass conversation, this might not be the room you want to be in tonight. Just keeping it a stack. So you trying to tell me they're going to make a way that from a cursory look, now you can tell who's for the government and who's against the government. That's what you're telling me. With a cursory look, just looking over there or looking over there, you're going to now be able to tell who's for the government, who's against the government. I'm not done, by the way. Keenan Romney says vaccinated people still wearing masks too. Yeah, and then you'll be able to bring out your paperwork to say that you got vaccinated, right? If they stop you. But check this out. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm going to leave that for a minute. I'm going to talk about it in a minute. But hold on. Hold on. I'm going to talk about something in a minute. I'm going to bring something up in a minute. But hold on. We're not there yet. I like the slow walk shit. Alright? I like to take my time. The foreplay is the real sex. So check this out. 400 people have just been indicted. So that means that, let's say you was an individual who didn't go to the Capitol, but you know somebody that went to the Capitol, and you've had communications with them before they went to the Capitol, but you didn't go to the Capitol. Guess what the government can now do? Anybody knows what the government can now do? I'm going to say this again. Imagine if you was a person who the government already had eyes on. Let me say it like that. A person of interest who the government already had eyes on. And you knew a person that went to the Capitol building, but you did not go yourself. You know what the government can now do, right? Boom. Shout out to Fantasy. Same shit they do to gangs, homie. Not just investigate them. They could conspiracy. Thank you, MNY 5506. Conspiracy. You spoke to this person 5 days before they went to the you spoke to this guy 5 days before they went to the Capitol building. You spoke to this person 24 hours before they went to the Capitol building. Why do you have an armory in your shed? Why do you have a bunker in your backyard? You do know this, right? You do know this, right? You want to know something I kept trying to tell people for the longest? This is what's going to happen. They're going to figure out a way to get the legal guns off of the street. The only people that are going to have guns is those Caucasian motherfuckers in the middle of America. To the government, they're the real threat. That's what people don't get. The real threat is the individual that looks like people who they wanna, who look a certain way and can get through checkpoints and do this and do that, but got different intentions. So that means that all of those super bugged out white people that they're not even necessarily racist. They the guys running around with the tinfoil hats on. The guy talking about he got anal probe 20 years ago by some aliens. And so that's why he got to have 500 guns, 500 assault rifles. All of the motherfuckers that been buying guns and guns and guns and guns and guns and guns and guns for the last 30 years. That if something popped off, we need to get to their crib. I'd lie to you not. How many of them you think just got caught up in this fucking indictment? How many of you think got caught up in this indictment? On some real shit. How many of them you think got caught up in this indictment? We have to start thinking past our own biases. We have to be able to start thinking past our own wants and needs that we can know about and see. There's shit that you need that you don't know you need. There's shit that you want that you don't know you want. We need to be able to look past our own visible wants and needs. That's the only way we can be able to see shit that we don't know exists yet. And they're gonna take their land. That's a fact. MNY 55 dude, just become a member. Stop doing good comments if you're not gonna become a member, because that shit pisses me off. That really do make me angry when y'all rat bastards won't become members, but you come in here and you drop good damn. It's 190 damn 9. That shit pisses me off. You gonna come in here and do good ass comment after good ass comment after good ass comment, but you don't want to be a member? I ain't got time for this shit. Hold on, watch where I'm about to go with it. For real, for real. Now check this out. I want to be so transparent on this. But hold on, Just 2.0 says, sorry, maybe I'm wrong, but I think the first move that the government made to let these rat bastards know what they're not playing with them was when they labeled the KKK as a terrorist group. 100% agree with you, but the point in which I'm trying to make is a lot of these individuals that did what they did, shout out to MNY 5506, appreciate you. I'm not disagreeing with you, by the way, Just 2.0, but the point in which I'm trying to make is a lot of these individuals that get caught, they aren't even racist. There's a lot of white people that come off to us as racist, but aren't racist. They just never been around black people. So they don't understand that you can't do that. You understand what I'm saying? I'm telling you. There are a lot of white people, a lot of Caucasian people that I've been to towns where black people don't live. You understand what I'm saying? Appreciate you, MNY 5506. I've been to towns where black people don't live. They don't exist. They don't come to the town. They probably come through the town because they work in there. Other than that, they don't live there. I mean, they live in the town, but it'd be like on that side of town. And then there's white people that live on that side of town that never go to that side of town. They don't even confront or come in contact with black people. You understand what I'm saying? So they don't even know how to carry themselves when they're around black people. So they just look fidgety to us. Only black people they know is all of the criminals that they see on TV and in the movies. Just 2.0 said they didn't take them serious. They thought shit was sweet. Then they thought they was playing with them, and they probably had an outburst of feelings of oppression, but they fell right into the trap. That I'm going to agree with. That whole shit was a trap. That whole capital shit was a trap. That's a fact. I told you that already. That was a fact. There's no doubt in my mind that was a trap. They ain't playing with them fools. So now listen. Hold on. Listen. Shout out to DZ, BB and West, the smoking section. Listen. When the military comes through, something that a lot of people don't know is they started pulling military from other countries. I don't know if they're still doing that. They might be sending our military back. I think Trump was the one that was doing it, but hold on. What are you going to do, right, when they say that the civil unrest is so bad that they have to bring the military to America? They're going to have the military is not trained. to police us. The military ain't police. The military is trained to go in and kill shit, or to protect shit and kill shit trying to destroy the thing that they're protecting. Those are the two things the military are trained for. The military is not trained to be police. And that's why when the military go to these other countries and they doing a military thing, they kill people all the time. MNY 5506 says, you ever go somewhere and the lady's little kids stare at you like you never. I'm gonna tell you a story. I was dating this white chick, right? So she told me that her sister was embarrassed because she went to the store with the baby and the baby saw a black person and said, look, Ma, he's made out of chocolate. Because the kid had never seen a black person in person before. And the kid was about 5 or 6 years old. So that's what I'm basically trying to explain to y'all. There's people that they don't come in contact with black people. They're not racist. They just don't come in contact with us, so they don't know what the fuck. They might see us and get scared. They might see us and just don't know how to. No, they don't understand our mannerisms. We might say some regular hood shit, and they like, oh, he got a gun. Like, you don't know. That's the point in which I'm trying to make. But hold on. Hold on. What do you think they're going to do when they say that this pandemic got to go away? And the only way to make Americans do the thing that we have to do to keep our civilization alive is to bring the military onto our land, onto American soil, and have checkpoints where they are now checking to make sure that you took your vaccination. And if you didn't, you have to wear a mask and be labeled. Who ready for that? No, we busy only concerned with rappers, and we're only concerned with what's going on with T.I. and Tiny, and we're only concerned with beefing with each other on the internet. Well, other people are. I'm obviously concerned about this. Yes, military has its own laws. You ain't giving what type of people a pass until you get one. What are you talking about? So, listen. This is one of the number one reasons why I keep trying to tell people we got to stop fighting amongst each other. We got to stop seeing somebody and deciding we don't like them for whatever the fucking reason is. I'm not, personally me, I'm not on, I don't care about what other people are doing as long as it's not something to me. I can't fight every battle, so I got to choose my battles I want to fight. And I think I've been pretty intelligent with choosing the battles that I want to fight. MNY 5506 says they do that during martial law. You leave your house, you get checked. You understand what I'm trying to explain? Now you have a ton of black people that's busy saying, yeah, put those racist white people in jail. Not realizing that there's gonna come a point where you're gonna wish that that dude that has that barn full of, that used to have that barn full of M16s was around. I've come across people that have never seen black people, but rarely have seen black people. I've come across people that they'll tell you they haven't actually interacted with a black person in years. These people exist. I'm trying to tell you, there's towns where it's so few black people that you can live 5-6 years and really just never have dealt with one, except for like doing a service at a job somewhere. Shout out to Rule. Don't nobody see them dots. Jones. That shit always kills me. Fantasy says, no way you can strip a minion rights. Yes, you can. It just be sections with vaccinated and unvaccinated will cause issues in the group. Okay, so there's these ways that they can take away our rights. You want to know how they could? Anybody know how you could take away any right? You could take away any amendment and any right. Anybody know how you could take away any amendment and any right? I'm going to tell you right now. We can have all of our rights taken away. I want to know if anybody else knows. I can tell you right now. What up, dog soldier? Salute. You good? Don't worry about it. All I want to say is they don't really care about us. That's what my haters is going to make a song. All I want to say is Frost don't really care about us. They going to be dancing and shit. I'm sorry. That was just too easy. But, you know how they could take our rights away. They could take every right we have away. They could take absolutely every right we have away. What up, Dice TV? Salute. Hold on. Triggered City TV says the 40 charge, they ain't gonna have shit on the amount of us caught on fraud. Okay. You're just trying to change the conversation. Shout out to you. See, that's why I don't read people that's not part of the green team. You understand what I'm saying? Now you see? He just trying to change the conversation. Shout out to you, though. Nope. Not martial law, yes, but not even martial law. But martial law, yes. But martial law is temporary. Or at least it's supposed to be temporary. I can tell you how they could just eradicate any right they want and forever. I can tell you. But yeah, that's why people got to be green. See how dude just came in here trying to change the conversation. Shout out to you, though. All they have to do is convince enough Americans to vote it away. That's it. That's all they got to do is convince enough Americans to vote it away. That's it. That's all they got to do is convince enough Americans to vote it away. You know how many of our rights we voted away? We've voted a shitload of rights away. You want to know how we usually vote our rights away? I'm going to tell you. Civil rights movement. Okay, hold on. I need to explain this. I need to all the way unpack this so we can get back to the conversation. You had a ton of rights when the Bill of Rights was written, right? But because of racism, we had to give away some of the rights that Americans had, white Americans obviously, had, and then make new rights to allow for black people to do shit. So there are a ton of rights that we absolutely had to give away, or Americans, Caucasian Americans, absolutely had to be stripped of in order for us to have rights. That's why every single time I hear about the Mexicans and I see them bringing up Mexican this, Mexicans that, right? Or I see them bringing up LGBTQ community this, or LGBTQ community that, or I see them say police killing black people. Now, the reason why I'm trying to explain is all of these are reasonable reasons to change laws. Do not get this confused. Police are killing black people. Mexicans are treated unfairly. LGBTQ community, they need to be protected also. Just so we could be clear, I'm in no way trying to say that these different demographics don't need the protection of the law. They do. But the point in which I'm trying to make is, in order to protect these people, you have to take rights away from other avenues. You can't just make new laws. You have to literally make a thing, but you also have to strip another thing away. best example I could give, that just so we could get a clear understanding, is qualified immunity. So police officers had qualified immunity. But if we had police officers doing their job the appropriate way, we wouldn't have to strip qualified immunity from every officer. But since we have so many officers that are not doing their job appropriately due to racism and all of these other issues, therefore we have to strip qualified immunity from every officer. That's what's happening to the American people. Now, what do you think is going to happen when America deemed that COVID, when America deems that this pandemic is going to eradicate the whole nation, and they got enough people scared to vote certain rights in, which will vote certain rights out? Queen Shah said, may I kindly ask for our guests in the chat to hit the like button. I know y'all hear Frost dropping jewels. All I could do is lead people to water. That's it. It's up to you to drink. C Fantasy says, ain't no way. Too many posts about moving to Canada. Now cops being brought up on federal civil rights charges. They watch social media more than all of us. Do you understand? Now, just so we could be clear, we need to remove qualified immunity. Not because all of the cops are bad, just so we can be clear. But there are enough cops that's using qualified immunity to kill people that the only way that we can fight back and prevent them from doing this is to strip them of a right. Tell me where I'm wrong. Tell me where I'm wrong. Now I'm about to put you on the real game real quick about police, and then we're going to move. If every single police officer was bad, guess what? We'd have thousands of people being killed a year by police officers. If every police officer was as bad as people are trying to say that they were, we'd have thousands of people being killed by police officers a year. Not hundreds. Thousands. And not just black people. Just so we can be clear. Of all races. We'd have thousands of people being killed. But we do have to strip qualified immunity from them, because the ones that are bad are going unpunished. They didn't hold themselves accountable. If the police officers who are not the killers of the individuals in our neighborhoods held the other police officers accountable, they'd still have qualified immunity. Just so we can be clear. Because I'm not against police. I don't got that type of time. I don't got that type of time to be against the police. But I am against anyone that has a job and don't do it correctly. All of you rat bastards. I don't care if you make fucking donuts. That donut's supposed to have sugar in it, you rat bastard. I don't care if you mop floors. Why does it smell like you mopped with a dirty mop? I'm against all of you people who have a job and don't do it right. Why are these french fries burnt? So I'm not against police. I'm against whoever you are that don't do your job right. Nigga, you was the lookout. How do we all get caught selling drugs? You get what I'm saying? I'm not against... I'm sorry. I think that hammers home my point more than anything else. I am not against I am not against anyone. I'm against you not doing your job right. So I'm not against the police. But all those police officers that don't do your job right, eat a dick. All the other police officers, shout out to y'all niggas. Keep our streets safe. Oh yeah, shout out to CK. Happy birthday to CK. I called it out on the show earlier. The first show, I didn't call it out on this one. Shout out to CK. Yeah, so that's what type of time I'm on. So I just wanted to make that clear. Because whenever you talk about police, people like, oh, we gotta hate the police. No, nigga, I got a whole mother out here. I got a father out here. I got a daughter out here. Please don't get rid of the police. I got people I love that cannot take care of themselves if they get out there in them streets. Please don't get rid of the police. But all of the police that's bad, eat a dick. That's crazy. We all on fire tonight. Not one drop. Y'all don't even like the show. That's okay, though. We gonna keep it pushing. I just want to be clear on that. So hold on. Let's get back to the topic we discussing. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Just 2.0 says facts. People be making it seem like they're doing something. They really doing nothing. Netstars Live says bong. That's what's going on with Derek. He spelled his name totally wrong. Derek. Nobody spells Derek that way. What is going on? Are you dyslexic? Oh, shout out to all dyslexic people. That was a joke. What's going on with Derek Chauvin? Co-defendants didn't do their job right. That's a fact. Also, remember his co-defendants were new to the job. He was the ranking officer, so they definitely was just following his lead. They don't know. You understand what I'm saying? Not everybody got the cojones to be like, yo, what the fuck is going on here? This don't feel right. Not everybody got the cojones to do that when they just pull up to a job. You know, feel me? Oh, wow. Y'all been sending drops. I didn't even know. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Shout out to Dog Soldier with the $5.50 drop. The hey drop. Dog Soldier pulls up into the saloon. For everybody that don't know who Dog Soldier is, he killed the dire wolf. He wears the dire wolf's fur as a coat. It goes all the way down to the floor. Dog Soldier walks into the saloon. He pulls his hood. The hood is the hole. The head of the dire wolf is the hood. So when he pulls the hood down, right, he pulls it all the way over his face like this, and the mouth is like where his mouth at, and he's looking through the eyes. Let's go. Dog Soldier pulls up into the saloon. Dog Soldier pulls up into the saloon. He daps up the bouncer. He walks over to the bar. He opens up his coat. He has puppies hanging on the inside of his coat. The puppies are not being harmed. They're strapped in like around this area, and they're extremely comfortable and they're warm. Most of the time they go to sleep. He got little puppies like this. He opens it up. He tries to sell the puppies to the door. He tries to sell the puppies to the bartender. The bartender like, no, I bought one from you the other day. He's out back. But we do need some more donkey bags to throw at the haters across the street. He hands Dog Soldier a shitload of bags. Dog Soldier says, okay, I'm gonna have the puppies fill these donkey bags up as soon as possible. Shout out to Dog Soldier. He gets himself a sarsaparilla. He goes and sits down with his dogs while he's waiting for them to crap so he could pick them up and put them in the bag. Shout out to DZ with the 510 Oakland drop. DZ Says 510, the smoking section. DZ pulls up into the saloon. He goes over to the bartender. He says, am I late? DZ just been running from all the way from the other side of town. He says, am I late? Bartender says, no, we only been open for about 5 minutes, you rat bastard. DZ says, appreciate you. DZ, there's already a cup on the damn counter. DZ don't know whose cup it is. He just throws it back. Then he goes over, he starts taking the chairs down. Smoking, BBN West, the smoking section, open. Shout out to Miriam with the $5 drop. Smoke, fire and smoke. Miriam comes in. She sashays through the door. I do not know how to walk like a woman. I'm just going to throw that out there now. She sashays through the door. She's doing this thing with her hips. She comes in. Her dress, right? Her dress is lit. So there's a weight on her dress. Hold on. There's a weight on her dress, like at the belt area, right? And it goes so that when she goes this way and her hips go this way, the thing slides like this, right? Because it's like a waist necklace. And then when she slashes this way, the weight goes like this. And then when she swings her hips back the other way, the weight comes all the way back around like this. And as she walks, it sets off like a chime. It's like a chime. So everywhere she walks, it's like a chime goes off. And it just sounds so elegant. It's like so pretty. And she walks in and everybody turns around because they hear her before they see her. And her boobs is looking extra perkies today. Her cleavage is cut like that right there, right? So you can just see. And it's just, there's a little bit of sweats. Oh, that's Mrs. Foot in the Ass Entertainment. Okay, so her cleavage is covered up. So anyway, so her cleavage is covered up. I'm gonna leave that for somebody else. I was gonna really go there. I'm laughing at shit. Oh man, I ain't got time for this shit. I gotta get back to the show sooner or later. So she walks in the door, but the chimes is still going off. She walks up to the bartender. The bartender says, "How are you doing today, young lady?" She says, "Sexy as usual." Bartender hands her a drink. She walks over to the window where the haters is outside screaming out, "No Roger, no rerun, no rent." And she says, "I'm gonna wait for the donkey bags to be ready. I might want to throw a couple." Shout out to Miss Foot in the Ass Entertainment with the $5 drop. Oh shit. Oh, shout out. This is for Mr. Foot in the Ass Entertainment. Mr. Foot in the Ass Entertainment comes into the saloon. He says, "Where's my wife? She was looking too sexy." First he went, hold on. I gotta get up for this, even though it's only $5. He comes in the saloon. Mr. Foot in the Ass Entertainment runs in the saloon. He's like, He runs this way. Then he comes back like this. He looks at the ground like this. He runs this way. Then he comes back like this. He's like, "Oh shit, where's my wife at?" And then somebody says, "Man, you just ran past her." He turns around. He sees Mrs. Foot in the Ass Entertainment. He runs over. He pulls out a big ass blanket out of his bag and throws it over her. "You can't be coming outside looking like this, babe. These dudes, they're everywhere." Miss Foot in the Ass Entertainment's just shaking her head, saying, "I'm just waiting for donkey bags." Shout out to Mr. Foot in the Ass Entertainment. Shout out to Tyson Garcia with the $5 drop. He said, "Let me get a Philly, iced tea, Snapple, Cool Ranch Doritos, and a chick stick." None of those things exist in 1680. And none of those things exist in 1860. So you can't get none of that shit. But Tyson Garcia walks in. He gets himself a nice sarsaparilla, and he's gonna be happy with it. Shout out to Tyson Garcia. None of those things exist in 1860, homie. What the fuck? We got Hennessy. We had to get the robot to bring the Hennessy back from the future. Oh, you don't even know about that. Okay, so there's a robot from the future, and he brings Hennessy. So we got Hennessy. We gonna give you some Hennessy, homie. All those other things you asking for, that shit does not exist in 1860. Alright, hold on. Let's get back to the show before I miss my spot. What I was telling y'all about. They do got the marijuanas. Did he ask for? He said a Philly. He ain't say marijuana. I'm assuming he already got his weed. Nigga said a Philly. We ain't Phillies. They don't got no Phillies. Hey, that shit don't exist, man. I don't know what to tell you. Shout out to that though. We gonna get on it. Nope. James S is not in the saloon yet. By the way. James S is not in the saloon yet, just 2.0, but I see you trying. Hold on, let's get back to the show, because there's probably a lot of people that wanted to hear about the other thing I was talking about. So hold on, check this out. I want to be 100% transparent and clear on something, right? Well, it's not me being transparent, it's not a thing I'm doing. But I want to be clear on something. Pay attention to all of the laws that are about to be changed during the Biden administration. Okay. Listen, what's now going on in over there, overseas? Hold on. What's the thing now going on overseas? The tragedy that's happening with the bombings, right? Our vice president just came out and applauded it. Y'all gotta wake up. Yeah, I do jokes and shit over here, and we having fun over here and everything else, but I still tell you the real. Y'all gotta wake up. They're bombing the Gaza Strip over there, correct? Tell me where I'm wrong. Is it the Gaza Strip? They're bombing the Palestinians is getting bombed right now. Our vice president just went on the air to say that they stand with Israel. Now, I'm not saying I stand with anyone in this. I do not want innocent people being killed, though. I don't want children being bombed, though. I don't want children being murdered, though. That's a fact. I don't want nobody being murdered. Murdered means that you didn't earn it. Just so we can be clear. If you're being killed, you might earn your death. If you're being murdered, you did not earn your death. I don't want anyone being murdered. Our vice president just recently came out and clapped it up for the bombers. I know over here in America, a lot of people don't think that got nothing to do with us. DZ said, I stay drinking here in the saloon while y'all throwing back nasty ass gorilla. Hold on though. I know y'all think they don't got nothing to do with us, but that goes to show what kind of administration we have. Hold on. I'm hold on, just 2.0. Calm down. I'm gonna read this comment. But why they always get involved in other people's problems? We need to focus on black people, colored people, the people in the hood. I don't want to go too deep into whatever the hell's going on over there, because I'm not really talking about that right now. I just want to point out something. That our government is basically applauding killing innocent children and innocent people, because they're not shooting guilty people. They're literally throwing bombs. Bombs kill everybody. You get it? They're just raining down bombs over there. Palestine is the most congested country in the world. They're the most congested city, in the world. All of their whole entire population has to live in one city, one little tiny area. They're the most congested city in the world. So when you just throwing bombs over there, you killing all types of different individuals. You're not just killing people who you should, or maybe who you probably maybe should be targeting. What do I know? I don't know the intelligence that Israel has for whoever. But you're killing everyone. America is applauding this administration that we have right now. Now, real quick, I'm not saying what Trump is or isn't doing right now, but when Trump was president, what did Trump try to do? Trump tried to get people to come to an amicable resolve so people didn't have to get killed, just so we could be clear. But that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. That's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day, just so we could be clear. But our president is applauding that. Our vice president is applauding that. You know, the woman that's black one day and Asian the next, she's applauding that. I want to sit on that for a minute because I want y'all to understand what's going on. Because remember when we wanted her to be vice president and hopefully president? Not me, but you know, people. I didn't want her to be or to not be anything, just so we can be clear. I thought all choices was bad. I damn sure don't want Pence being president, so I thought all choices was bad. But remember when they wanted her to be president and or vice president? She's applauding the death of innocent people just as much as guilty people. This is what they call justice. That's a whole nother conversation though. But what do you think is going to happen when those choices have to be made on American soil? What choices you think that this administration is going to be made when those decisions have to be made on American soil? I'm curious. I can't tell you what they're going to do or they're not going to do. I'm not trying to say. I don't know. But if those decisions have to be made on American soil, what do you think they're going to do? Trump's going to win next election because they're going to fuck it up. They're fucking up already, exponentially. Trump is going to win the next election. They're fucking up like crazy. They're going to have to probably kill Trump before the next election just to make sure that he don't become president again. He's going to win the next election. They're fucking up like crazy. See, you don't know how much they're fucking up because the media is not talking about it. But once Trump go and get on that damn podium and start talking when he's debating, he's going to talk about all the shit they fucking up about. That's a good point, Tyson Garcia. They won't even tell us why they bombing. I don't know why they bombing them. As far as I can tell, they just woke up one day and said, kill Palestinians. Anyway, they arrested 400 people for the Capitol raid. I'm telling you right now, I don't think all of those 400 people that got arrested, indicted for the Capitol raid, even was in fucking Washington. I think that there was individuals who they already had an eye on that now they had the opportunity to go after because you knew a dude that you talked to 3 days ago before he went and did a thing that got him in trouble for treason. Now you don't got no rights. You do know that when you wait, hold on. You do know that when you get accused of treason, all your rights go out the window. Wait, first of all, when you get arrested, all your rights go out the window. You have prisoner rights. But if you're being accused for treason, that's against the whole country. You have no rights. That's why they don't even have to give you a damn trial. They could just put you in jail for 20 years and decide on whether they want to ever give you a trial or not. The only reason why a race war exists in America, the only reason why a race war exists anywhere on the planet is so the people could be controlled. I'll tell you that again. The only reason why a race war exists anywhere on the planet is so the people can be controlled. That's the only reason why race wars exist, man. They convince stupid people to hate anybody that don't look like them. And then that makes smart people have problems. So the smart people got to protect themselves while the stupid people attack them. Period. Yeah, Tyson Garcia, divide and conquer. Period. I don't know. I don't know no better way I can explain that. They convince the stupid people to hate people that don't look like them or that think different than them. And then they attack the people who are smart. Then the smart people got to protect themselves, defend themselves. There are way more stupid people than smart people. It's not even close. DSTN said there's more stupid people than smart people. There's way more stupid people than smart people. It's not even close. It's not even close. It's probably like okay, so the difference between smart and intelligent, this is just my opinion. This is the way that I delineate the two. This is the way I tell, because I don't believe them to be the same thing. Smart is what we do with the information that we have. Intelligence is how much information we have on any given subject. So I could be super intelligent about the Civil War, but be dumb about World War II. I was about to say World War III, but be dumb about World War III. I mean, I could be super intelligent about the Civil War and have no intelligence, no information on World War II. I could have all the information about the Civil War, no information about World War II. Intelligence is the amount of information that we have on any particular subject. Whether we are smart or whether we are stupid is how we apply whatever the information is that we have. You ever heard of a smart dumb person? That's usually an individual who don't have much information but always seems to do the right thing. That always seems to make really good decisions based on the information that they do have, but they don't usually have a lot of information on said subject. There are way more stupid people than smart people. The point in why I'm explaining that's the way that I interpret it is because a lot of people who do stupid things are extremely intelligent. They just don't know how to use their intelligence. Shout out to Liberty Hazelton. He says that's why politics is very structured the way it is to keep the 99% divided. That's a fact. It's way easier. Look, you want to know why people that got a lot of haters, you want to know why people want haters? 9 times out of 10, and I'm not trying to be a dick, but 9 times out of 10, haters are part of the dumb crowd. Pardon me. Let me rephrase that. 9 times out of 10, haters are part of the crowd that lack intelligence. The uninformed. So what do you think is going to happen when they decide, when you got to go outside with a mask because you don't want to get a vaccination? You go to a checkpoint, you decide you don't want to wear your mask or you're not wearing your mask properly. You go to a checkpoint, what do you think they're going to do? You don't want to get a vaccination. You trying to spread this pandemic. You trying to recreate this pandemic. You getting locked up or something. There's a reason why I spoke about the Holocaust. Because what are you going to do when they start saying that people that are not vaccinated have to move to a certain location to keep the rest of the population safe? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do when they say that only vaccinated people could go here and there? What are you going to do when they say only vaccinated people get on airplanes? What are you going to do when they say that only vaccinated people could have access to this service, access to that service? What are you going to do? Also, has anybody else realized that the flu just totally disappeared? Anybody else realize that, or am I the only one that noticed that? The flu has just totally disappeared. No one is dying from the flu. Usually, tons of people die from the flu every year. Now, no one's dying from the flu. So when I hear that 400 people got caught at the damn Capitol and are now being indicted, what I hear is, and I told y'all this before, they're going to start trying to lock up all of them random rednecks in the middle of America that got freaking hundreds of guns. Some of these dudes got hundreds of guns. You don't understand that? Common sense says sounds like the mark of the beast to me. Do you understand that? That's just something to think about. What are you going to do? What are you going to do when you got to fight a military with sticks and stones? What are you going to do when there's a tank rolling down the block and we got wooden sticks with pipes? Shout out to DZ. What are you gonna do? These people waited for us to start the show and then they went right into the hallway to have a conversation. You just can't script this shit. You just absolutely can't script this shit. Motherfuckers waited until our show started. These niggas was not out there all day. Now they gonna go into the fucking hallway while the show is starting just so all of y'all can hear them talking. Shout out to them. But what are y'all gonna do when you gotta fight military with sticks and stones? Y'all niggas is gonna be, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. It's gonna still be black niggas in the hood hating on each other, killing each other, and the government is gonna be killing us. There's still gonna be black niggas in the hood looking at another nigga minding his business and saying, I just don't like him. And that nigga might be the smart nigga that could save everybody, save a ton of people's lives. That might be the smart nigga with the good plans. But they gonna kill him. Because they've been programmed. Us as black people, They've been programming the dumbest of us for years. To kill all the smart people. That's why when a lot of us grew up, if you talk like you had any sense, you was speaking white. Tell me where I'm wrong. They've been programming us for centuries to make sure that we kill any other. If we see a smart black person, they're the enemy and we gotta kill them. They're the enemy, we can't listen to them. They're an enemy, we gotta demonetize. We gotta demonetize them. Demonize them. They've been doing it for years. We're fucked. Most of our leaders are already bought. We're fucked. All black people want to do, and I try not to talk about this shit, but I'm just going to say this right now because we're talking about something that it correlates, that it goes together, that it goes in sync with, that it has meaning to. All black people in the hood usually want to do is be better than the next black nigga. That's it. There's nothing else they're trying to do. There's no other thing to shoot for. Why do you want to be a rapper? Because I'm better than that guy. If you go up to the average black person and ask them why they don't like another black person, they're going to have either a stupid reason or they're not going to be able to tell you one. Oh, I don't like that guy because I don't think he's tough. I don't like that guy because he think he's smart. I don't like that guy because he think he's this. I don't like that guy because he think he's that. I'm going to tell you something. So I was watching Family Guy the other day. It's the Family Guy where Brian gets a brain tumor. And Brian's brain tumor makes him dumb. So they go to the fucking doctor. And they like, yo, you want to remove this thing? But Brian's dumb. Yo, there's so much meaning in that fucking... Brian's dumb. So he doesn't want to be smart. He doesn't understand the value of being smart. You understand what I'm saying? He doesn't understand the value part of me. Brian's not... he's dumb and unintelligent. He doesn't understand the value of intelligence. And he doesn't understand the value of making good decisions. Because the brain tumor is lowering his IQ. So hold on. You want to know what fucking... They go to a baseball game. Peter yells out, "Oh, so you think you better than me?" And so Brian turns around and he says, that's just things that dumb people yell at other people. That's literally what they say on the episode. No lie. It came on last night on Cartoon Network. It's the episode where Brian gets a brain tumor. Go check it out for your own self. Think about that the next time somebody tells you that they don't like somebody because they think that that person think that they better than them. That's the problem in the hood. Just so we can be clear. That's why if I ask somebody, I was like, yo, what's your problem with them? If they can't tell me an actual thing that you did, I immediately be like, man, I can't fuck with this guy. He gonna dislike me for some stupid ass reason too. He just waiting to find one. You don't like that person for that? They think they bet. They really think they bet. Wait, first of all, if somebody thinks that they're better than me, that's not even a reason for me to dislike them. I'm just giving it a stack. If somebody thinks that they're better than me, that's still not a reason for me to dislike them. So you gonna dislike somebody because they think that they better than you? I'm sorry. I'm not even trying to laugh at this shit. I'm laughing because this sounds ridiculous to me. I get it, that don't sound ridiculous to other people, but to me that sounds ridiculous. You don't like somebody else because you think that they're too confident in themselves. What the fuck? You don't like a person because you think that they have too much confidence. That's why you don't like this guy. You don't, because that's basically what it is. When you think he's better than you because he's confident in himself 9 times out of 10. So you hold on. How do you feel about yourself? Think about. Can you understand that? For you to dislike a person, just real quick, and we're gonna get back to it. But for you to dislike a person because you think that they're better than you, how the fuck do you feel about yourself? What the fuck? You don't feel good enough about yourself. That's what that tells me. Shout out to that shit though. Everybody that feels that way, you got a right to feel whatever way you want to feel. I'm not trying to discount you. But I'm just saying, the literal act of saying you think you're better than me is you saying that you also believe that that person is better than you. And that's why you're mad. I'm sorry. Go speak to a psychologist and a psychiatrist, pardon me. Go speak to psychiatrist, 2 different things. Go speak to a psychiatrist if you think I'm wrong with what I'm saying. If you think I'm wrong, go speak to a psychiatrist, okay? If you think I'm wrong with what I'm saying, take them this fucking clip and play it for them and ask them what do they think about what I just said. I am not shitting you, okay? So when I hear people say shit like that, I immediately think, why don't you believe in yourself? Why how that person feel about themselves matter to you? What the fuck? Anyway, I'm telling you the truth, man. You can feel however you want to feel about however you want to feel about whatever. That's up to you. But check it. We're not gonna survive, man. If this shit goes into martial law, we are fucked. If it goes into martial law, this is sound fucked up. This is gonna sound fucked up, but I'm gonna tell you what all smart black people need to do if martial law happens. I'm sorry. Get your family, pick them up, and get away from other black people. I don't know no other way to say that. They are gonna kill you. They are gonna kill you. Because they're gonna feel like they need to destroy you in order for them to be able to live. They're not even gonna consider that we need to work together. Not all black people, obviously, but we don't know who. Just keeping it a stack. You don't know who's who. The best example I could give, look at our life over here at the BBN. How many black people have I tried to help? And how many of those black people that I tried to help tried to destroy me? Do you need a better example? How many black people have you seen me try to help? And how many of those black people tried to destroy me? How many of those black people now got entire pages dedicated to almost nothing else other than talking about me all day? How many of those black people just make up lies about me? Think about that. Go look at the other side of the internet where I stay away from because I don't want to put out that type of energy. All you see is black people trying to destroy other black people as far as YouTube content creations go. Then go look at the Caucasians that work on the internet, work on YouTube. Most of the time they work together, right? You go look at any other race of people on the YouTube, on the internet, they work together. What do the black people get on the internet and do? Now tell me where I'm wrong. That's all I'm asking. Tell me where I'm wrong. I'm only saying this because I want everybody to survive and I want everybody to live, and I hope this thing don't even happen. But there are going to be a lot of black people that's going to die because you're going to try to save people that don't care about you. You're going to try to save people that think he better than me. You're going to try to save them. I tried to save some people. I tried to help some people. You see how they do me? I feel bad. I wish I would have tried to work with people that weren't black. I'm not even lying to you. Because all of this shit is just not even it's not that it's not worth it, but all of this shit is just absolute shenanigans. I wish I would have tried to work with some people that weren't black. I wish I would have tried to work with more people that weren't black. I don't know no other way to say that. I got people that have been following me around for the last 3 years trying to destroy my life for no reason. And if I wasn't black, I wouldn't have this problem. I'm happy to be black though, just so we can be clear. I wouldn't want it no other way. But black people tend to see other black people as threats. See, I don't have that in me. I don't see other black people as threats to me. My confidence is built different. I don't see you as a threat. I don't see you as, you can't have what's mine. A lot of these people aren't succeeding because they're busy going after what's mine, that God stamped as that's Jack Frost's, that's Sean Seabrook's. Boom. God already stamped it. And instead of going after the shit that God stamped for them, they going after the shit that God stamped for me. Yeah, you can't even chill solo. They're gonna think that you think you better than them. It's a fact. And I'm for lack of a better term, kind of a recluse. I don't really want to stop and talk to everybody all the time. I don't really want to have a conversation with everybody every time I see them. Sometimes I just want to say hi and keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. I want to show I acknowledge you, respect. I don't got no problem with you, but I don't really want to stop and talk. I don't go outside unless I'm going somewhere. And I want to go to the thing that I'm going to, and then I want to go back home. I'm just keeping it a stack. Anyway. We're going to get ready to get up out of here. I don't really want to hold y'all. It's Saturday night. We're at an hour and a half. I really want everybody to win, yo. But people don't want to win themselves. They want to do everything else. People who try to line you up and throw their whole lives away trying to kill you or trying to hurt you when you ain't never even did nothing, and they don't even got to try to line you up because you're not even hurting their life. So we got our own problems in the hood. And until we get over our own issues and our own problems in the hood, how can you expect the police to stop killing us? How? We didn't run in that fucking building, that Capitol building. But you want to know, this is the most hilarious part of this. You want to know why we didn't run in that Capitol building ever? Because we're not even organized enough to do some shit like that. We're not organized enough to get enough people together to run into the Capitol building where they're not gonna just. We're not organized enough. Later, Keenan. We're not organized enough. You get that? Every once in a while, we get some of our leaders together and they organize us and we go do some marches and we go do some other stuff. But other than that, we're not organized enough. If we was organized enough, we'd stop using certain products until they start doing right. and we was organized enough, we'd be able to cripple America. Just with us, just with only with the black people. We could financially cripple America, but we're not organized enough. Do you understand that these stupid ass motherfuckers went and got PPP loans and bought cars? Do you understand that just happened? A motherfucker went and got PPP loans, got $7 million. And instead of shooting a movie, like, what the fuck? You gonna give me $7 million? I'm gonna go shoot a movie that's gonna make $50 million. You give me $7 million, I'm gonna go shoot a movie. I'm gonna try to make $100 million off of that $7 million movie. Might make $200 million off of that $7 million movie. Matter of fact, the movie's gonna cost $5 million. Might be $4 million of the $7 million. A dude went and got $7 million from PPP loans and bought Lamborghinis. We had 1 million man march, homie. And they gave us everything that we wanted, damn near. So don't forget that. But listen. That's how stupid niggas is. A whole PPP loan. And instead of using that money, I don't even care. You know what? For all of the rat bastards that got PPP loans and flipped that shit with drugs, I'm not even mad at you. For all of the rat bastards out there that got PPP loans, bought drugs, and flipped the money, I'm not mad at you. Lady, your boy Jimmy Belcher, have a good night. These dudes went and got PPP loans and bought cars. I'm about to give y'all some of the best financial advice that some of y'all's probably ever heard in your life. Never get a loan unless you're going to flip the money. I'm going to say that again. Never get a loan unless you're going to flip the money. That's some free financial advice for everyone. Because literally, if you don't flip the money, you're in the arrears. You owe. You needed the loan in the first place to do a thing. How you gonna pay the loan back if you don't use the money to make money to pay the loan back? Anyway, I'm done with this whole conversation. I appreciate y'all. Just please, let's. No, I'm not saying that they should have got a loan and flipped drugs. I'm just saying I would not be happy with them putting drugs in the hood. But at least you're not being an idiot getting a PPP loan and going and buying cars that you're not gonna make money off of. And just so we can be clear, I do understand the person that bought the Lamborghinis, what they were thinking. They could have been thinking, I'm going to get the cars and then I'm going to loan them out and rent them out and make the money back. The problem is, there's no way that you're going to make $7 million back in the time that they're going to want their fucking money back, you dumb rat bastard, you stupid. There's no way. The fuck you talking about? What makes you think I be shitting? take about one shit a day. What, I'm supposed to be taking more? I should probably clean my clothing, though. We should all clean our clothing at least once a year. I think twice a year, they say. But at least once a year, we should all clean our clothing. But what in the hell? Oh, it does? But I still probably need to get a colon clean. I haven't did it so this year at least. So why shouldn't I do that? That sounds like a good idea. I might go do that. I might go do that. Go get me, but my legs are gonna be fucked up when I get off the toilet and shit. My legs are gonna be doing this shag and scoob. I'm gonna get off the toilet and shit. I'm gonna get off the toilet and shit. I'm gonna be trying to walk my legs because I don't know how long I'm gonna have to be on the toilet. I'm gonna be like, oh shit, what's happening? You watch my page, right? I'm gonna assume. Anyway, let's get out of here. I'm done. Y'all guys should look. This is. Let me close it out real quick so I can wrap everything up with what I was trying to explain to y'all. Those 400 people that just got indicted better hope that Trump wins the next election. But guess what's going to also happen? One, they can't vote, right? Obviously. They're not going to be able to vote, obviously, right? But how many of those 400 people do you think is going to now get other people caught up? This shit might turn into 6,000 people before the end of the fucking, by the time Trump comes to election. It might come to 10,000 people. Because each one of those 400 people, you don't know how many more people is going to get caught up in that. The shit might, you don't know. They have to make sure Trump doesn't win again. You don't know how many more people is going to get caught up in this just because they have an association with them rat bastards. You ain't mentioned K Goddess today, by the way, just 2.0. How's she doing? Fine, I'm figuring. Just be mindful, be open to new things. Kendra used to tell me that all the time. Be open to new things and understand that we going through a real hard time in Earth history right now. Expect for a lot of our rights to probably be stripped away in the next couple of years. It's going to be rights that you're not even going to know how important they are until they're gone. You're not even going to know how important whatever the said rights are until they're gone. Stay out there, stay safe, keep your family safe. Teach your kids how to make good decisions. You know, sometimes teaching your kids how to make good decisions is better than teaching your kids how to be intelligent. Teach your kids to make smart decisions. sometimes it's better than teaching your kids how to do a task, because a big part of life is being able to navigate it. A big part of life is is turning yourself into an essential component in other people's lives. Once you turn yourself an essential component into other people's lives, then the win ain't far away. So teach your kids to make smart decisions, man. That's another reason why it's very important to not try to control your kids' lives. Once you try to control your kid's life, you're just a terrible parent. Good point, Just 2.0. That's actually a great point. So I'm gonna let y'all get out of here. When I say hug your kids at the end of the show, like for real, man, show your kids some love, man. A lot of people in the street right now, because they just wasn't shown enough love as a child or understood how important love was. I was shown zero love as a child myself, but I understand how important love is. I'm fortunate. I had God in my life. Not much else, but I did have God. He's still here. So shout out to that shit. With that being said, I'm gonna let y'all go. Let's pull out the drops real quick. I'm over here yawning. I shouldn't even have said it like that. Yawning. How the fuck you say that shit? Shout out to Tyson Garcia with the $5 drop. Shout out to Dog Soldier with the $5.50 drop. Shout out to DZ with the $5.10 drop. Shout out to Miss Foot in the Ass Entertainment with the $5 drop. And shout out to Miss Foot in the Ass Entertainment with the $5 drop again. Definitely appreciate you guys. I appreciate all of y'all. I appreciate when you like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate when you just comment in the chat. I 100% appreciate it when you share the content. Us content creators can only grow but so much if people don't share. So the individuals that actually share the content, that's the whole win. You understand what I'm saying? Also, I do understand that people need to be mindful of what content you share. Because if you share content where somebody is doing evil, then you're spreading evil. So I do understand that. But we're not doing evil over here. So I appreciate that whenever anybody share the content. I know I'm under a microscope all the time. But I got God with me, so I'm fine. With that being said, like, comment, subscribe, join the notification gang, hashtag Bronx Bombers, let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I get on this one.